Hi guys, it's Mr. David here, and today we have another interesting lesson. In fact, I think this is the most interesting lesson that we ever had, because today we are going to talk about animals. Animals are my favorite topic. I love talking about animals. But today we are going to discuss specific animals. Let's look at those pictures. What kind of animals do you think that we are going to talk about today? Let's look at some of those pictures. That's right, today we are going to discuss farm animals. Animals that live specifically on the farm and that we can find them in farms. But first, let's discuss what a farm is. Let's read it together. A farm is a place where people live and where they can grow vegetables, fruits, and animals. Today, we are going to learn 12 new words about animals. Let's start with our first animal that we can find on a farm. And our first animal is dog. So we can find dogs in farm. Now, let's discuss what dogs can do on a farm. A dog helps people on a farm. And there we have a baby dog. And a baby dog is called a puppy. Have you ever seen a dog on a farm? Our next word is cat. So we can find dogs on farms and we can find cats on farms. Cats like to play on the farm. So if you see cats on farms, you will notice that they are always playing. And the baby cat is called a kitten. Our next word is horse. Lots of people go to farms because they love watching horses. A horse runs on the farm. And the baby horse is called a foal. Our next word is pig. And this is probably one of the most famous farm animals. Pigs eat lots of food on a farm. And a baby pig is called a piglet. Our next word is chicken. So in that picture, for example, you can see two chickens. And you can also see a part of a rooster. And what does a chicken do on a farm? A chicken lays eggs on a farm. And what do you call a baby chicken? A baby chicken is called a chick. And our next word is duck. And look at that duck. What colors can you see there? That duck is green, brown, blue, orange. Its beak is yellow. So many colors for one duck. A duck swims on a farm. So if the farm has a pond, the ducks will swim there. What do you think a baby duck is called? A baby duck is called a duckling. Our next animal is mouse. And a mouse hides all the time on a farm. Sometimes you might think a farm doesn't have mice, but they'll have them. They're just hiding. Nobody can see them. Now this one is really interesting because a baby mouse is called a pup. And look how small it is. Our next farm animal is goat. And in that picture we can see 3 goats running. A goat eats grass on a farm. And a baby goat is called a kid. And look how that goat is jumping. Our next farm animal is also a very famous animal. It's the cow. And cows are very easy to recognize because most of them are just black and white. A cow also eats grass on a farm. just like the goat. And a baby cow is called a calf. Our next word is sheep. Some farms have a lot of sheep. And a baby sheep is called a lamb. And our next word is the word frog. Not all the farms have frogs because they live in the pond. So if the farm doesn't have a pond, it won't have frogs. A frog swims in the pond in the farm. And a baby frog is called a tadpole. And look how small it is. And you see, when they are babies, they have a tail. And then as they grow, they lose the tail. Now, let's do some revision. What do we have to do? Look at the two pictures of the animals that we learned and then try to guess their names. Let's look at the first two pictures. Those are really cute. So that animal is a goat. But now I have a follow-up question for you. Try to answer this question. Can goats jump? Yes or no? So if you look at the second picture with the baby goat, which is a kid, you can see that that goat is jumping. So yes, goats can jump. Let's look at the next two pictures. So this is an animal that lays eggs. What animal is it? It is a chicken. Very good. Now the follow-up question. What do chickens do on a farm? I've already told you this one in the beginning. So chickens lay eggs on a farm. Now the next two pictures. Do you remember what animal it is? That's right. These are sheep. Now the follow-up question. What color are the sheep? So if you look at the pictures, you can see that all of them are white. Very good. Let's look at the next two pictures. So these animals are black and white, and normally they give people milk. Do you know what the animal is? That's right. These are cows. Now the follow-up question. What do cows eat? So on a farm, cows can eat hay and they can eat grass. The next two pictures. These are very easy. We can also find these animals at home with us. And normally, people say that these are people's best friends. That's right, these are dogs. And now the follow-up question. What color is the dog in the left picture? That dog has a lot of colors. You can see black, brown, white, so many colors. Now let's look at the next two pictures. So these animals, we can find them in ponds on the farm. So these are frogs. And now the follow-up question. How many frogs can you see in these pictures? So let's count them together. On the left picture, we can see 2 frogs. And on the right picture, we can see a baby frog, a tadpole. So there are 3 frogs. Now the next 2 pictures. So these animals like to hide on farms. And these are mice. And if it's 1, it's mouse. Now the follow-up question. What color is the mouse in the first picture? So the color of the mouse in the first picture is brown. 2 more pictures. So these animals like to play on the farm. So the word is cat. And now the follow-up question. How many cats can you see on the pictures? So I can see 2 big cats and 1 small cat. That means that I can see 3 cats. In the next 2 pictures we have animals that can eat a lot of food on a farm. And these are pigs. And now the follow-up question. What do pigs do on a farm? I just said it. Pigs like to eat a lot of food on a farm. And they also like to play with mud. And now the next 2 pictures. So these animals are ducks. And now the question, what is a baby duck called? Do you remember? So a baby duck is called a duckling. And let's look at the last 2 pictures. So these animals like to run very fast on the farm. And these are horses. And now the question, what do horses eat on a farm? So horses can also eat hay and grass, but they love eating carrots and apples. So, in our lesson today, we revised a lot of animals that live on farms. You don't find all the animals that we revised today in every farm, but in a lot of farms you can find most of the animals we covered today. So let's look at those pictures. We can see a mouse, a frog, a horse, a duck, a pig, a dog, a sheep, a chicken, a goat, a cow, and a cat. And these were the animals we learned today. In our next lesson, we will continue talking about these animals. You did an amazing work today. And we will continue practicing this topic in our next lesson. Who's that? Oh, that's my brother. He works on a farm. He's a farmer. And in our next lesson, we are going to learn